The show focused on delivering beneficial information on everything to do with products and services that can improve your life. This is Experts on Call on AM 650.
Welcome back to the program. It's all about appliances with Jack McIver from McIver's Appliances at 610 Southeast Marine Drive in Vancouver. Our guest, Jack, in his 50th year in business with McIver's in Vancouver, serving customers in ways that literally no competitor can match. And Jack, I love it when you come in and tell us stories. And this one is a bit of an eye-popper. This is a call you got from a client, and you've actually brought some more evidence in here. A visual dimension to this program exists. If you want to see some of the pictures, you can go to our website at am650radio.com, or you have the pictures on mcivers.biz as well eventually, Jack. So this guy calls you up. He's gone out and he's bought a new washer. It's less than 6 months old, and it's already leaking. And he calls you up and says, "Hello, what's going on here?"
Well, the reason
he didn't buy it from you.
The reason that they called was that they were going to have to wait 2 months for the Kenmore people to come, and they had installed these hoses, and I don't think that the people who installed them really knew what they were made of, because if they knew they were metal. Now everything on here, because I checked everything with a magnet, is all stainless.
Okay. A stainless steel hose.
Up to the parts that go on the valve at the back of the washing machine and on the tap.
Okay. The screw-on part.
Yes. So what had happened is why she wanted them to come, she was having trouble with the dryer venting, and I had to redo that. And she was having trouble with this rust dripping down the back of the washing machine from the hose where it goes on the back of the machine.
Okay.
So I came and I looked, and I thought to myself, hey, that's rust.
In a brand new fitting.
Yeah, and that's electrolysis happening there, because, tin ends shouldn't be there. They should either be brass, which is compatible with stainless.
Right. Or
they should be stainless, which is compatible with stainless.
Obviously.
Or plastic, but not tin. So I thought to myself, this is very unusual. I wonder where they got them from. And of course I don't know. But I thought it would be interesting for people who have had this company install stainless steel hoses for them to take a magnet on these ends and just go along and try. And if the magnet sticks, then they're defective. They'll rust out and leak.
So this is a product that the client bought from a department store for, I'm assuming, a few $100s, maybe more, and they come with the hoses. And I understand that not even all of these products do come with hoses. Some you have to actually buy the hoses extra.
Yeah.
In this case, the hoses came with the appliance, all right, but the hose fittings for the water taps and then attaching to the back of the washer were of inferior quality materials, and in just a matter of a few months started to break down. Yeah,
and they would have actually come off, because you could see in there where the threads were disappearing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now that was being transferred onto the stainless by electrolysis. When you get dissimilar metals,
right,
that are really far apart, then you'll get that type happening.
So what did you do? You just apply a new hose with new fittings?
We would the ones that we use are brass, and they're coated with chrome.
Mm-hmm.
So they look good.
Right.
But the brass is compatible with the stainless, and they're lifetime.
Okay.
Lifetime hoses.
Is it typical though to buy an appliance and have to spend an extra $30, $50 or more dollars just to have the connecting hoses in some cases?
I don't know. We only sell one brand of washer dryer new, the Hibbs built by Speed Queen.
Right. And obviously they come with all the parts.
They come with everything.
Yeah, I would think so. It's just a little shocking that some manufacturers wouldn't include that.
I don't know what it's all about. But anyway, so this lady had a problem with her venting not lining up. And I have a system that I put on when they're down at the right at the bottom of the back of the dryer, where we have a 4-inch and a 5-inch male-female situation that we put on so that you can actually, it'll self-align when it goes back because it's 5-inch, and then it goes right back. If you cut it right, it goes right back and seals.
Okay.
And then you can pull it out anytime.
Right.
And we've been doing that for quite a few years, and it really works well. But I hate those when they're down at the back because they're hard not to kink.
Right. When we started the program today, we talked about some tips that you might have for people in the summer months, the long, hot dog days of summer, just like today. And you talked about freezers and fridges being items of concern. Just keep the area under the freezer and under the fridge vacuumed out. Keep those anywhere air is supposed to flow into the appliance.
Yes.
Make sure that air can flow into the appliance. It's pretty simple, but you overlook it and you run into some problems.
And your air conditioner air filter is important when you're running it, to make sure it gets clean, because a lot of people don't realize it's there.
Right, right.
It's usually on the side of the unit.
Air conditioner, air filters, air intake filters.
Yeah, it takes the dust out of the air.
Right, exactly. So again, a little item that needs to be washed off once every couple of weeks or more, Jack?
Yeah, I'd say a couple of weeks would take care of it.
Okay.
But if it gets plugged up with the dust, then it's not going to perform as well. So you just don't want it to get plugged up.
Right, exactly. We're almost out of time. I wanted to go back to vents, because you've done a lot about vents on this program. And I guess you're as obsessed or caught up with vents and how people do them, or should do them properly, because so many people do it improperly. And I'm not talking about people trying to DIY themselves, Jack. I'm talking about alleged professional installers installing things incorrectly in the first place.
Yes, well, it is the construction of these vent hoods that must be metal, not plastic. They mustn't have screens in them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need screens when they're properly built, like the ones that Northern Building Supply sell, we sell, or you can get them, I think, from Rona.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't get them at Home Depot because they just don't have them.
Steel, sheet metal is the
galvanized steel
is the appropriate remedy for anything to do with vents, outflow or input.
Yes, because they last forever.
Right.
There's no replacing those. But UV eats this plastic up.
Yeah.
And it just disappears. So I don't understand why on these $3 and $4 million houses you see them with these big white pieces of junk material sitting outside a nice expensive house, when they could have a nice proper one painted the same color as the house.
For roughly the same price.
Or maybe less.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting stuff. Jack McIver is available when you want to stop by the store. It's at 610 Southeast Marine Drive, right there by Fraser in Vancouver. The website is mcivers.biz. Jack, 50th anniversary summer. It's going well for you. Good to take a few minutes and come by the radio place and remind us what's going on.
Well, we'll be back in 3 months with more tips and
the toolbox.
And maybe you never know when you might run into something that's happens.
mcivers.biz. Check it out and have a great evening. Enjoy the fireworks too.